Hey, welcome back, shipmates. Oni here, ready to shove off once again for the exciting conclusion to Princess Crown Portgas Gaiden. Last time out, our hero Portgas was rather cheesily murdered by a stunlock trio of ice meteors, so we're just going to pretend that never happened and resume with the final dungeon in this scenario, Shadow's Tower. I'm just going to leave this Myconid fight in because, thanks to a well-timed critical, I very nearly one-shot it. Just totally filleted, and even if I didn't get that regular hit in first, that one critical would have done it. You may recall that I mentioned the enemies toward the end of this scenario were surprisingly easy. Yeah, inexplicably, some of the weakest encounters in Portgas' story are found in Shadow's Tower. I have no idea why. Anyway, looking at the map, this isn't quite as complex as Vograd's Tower, but it's got enough twists and turns, and as you've seen, holes in the floor to be somewhat irritating. You know, for all that, though, we know that Portgas is hunting the Demon Shadow, but we don't know why. Perhaps when we finally track down our quarry, we'll finally be able to get some answers. But for now, all we know is our prey awaits at the top of the tower, and so that's where we need to go. Of course, it can never be a reasonably straight shot. Damn, we've had 2 Myconids this far and a Dodo. If anything, the encounters are so far getting weaker. Okay, what shall we do from here? No, that's not gonna do it. And another Dodo. Really, Shadow, you need to do some better recruiting, bud. Alright, we're gonna head up here and hopefully be able to advance. No. Alright, when in the tower, and when in doubt, do a little backtracking and search for an alternate way up. There's gotta be some combination of mid-floor stairways that'll get the job done. Like perhaps this one? So far, so good. Okay, we've just got to creep across a couple more screens, and it looks like we'll have another mid-floor stairway to ascend. Oh god, an ochre jelly! The monsters officially cannot get any weaker in this tower. I mean, not that I'm too inclined to complain about getting a little break from some of the fairly difficult encounters earlier in Portgas' scenario, but it's just a weird mutant difficulty curve. Well, this looks as likely a route as any. And if I'm reading that map correctly, it should be a pretty straight shot from here, and finally we have a halfway competent bit of opposition. I guess Shadow decided to save his elites for the very upper floors, which does make a certain sense. And that Geist armor is also an opportunity, thanks to his conveniently dropped frying pan, to toast up some of that dragon meat that I've been carrying around. Which, yes, did come from another ice dragon that I slew in revenge. So we'll just top off the HP so we can get a few extra in the maximum column for the final battle. When you're playing a relatively fragile soul such as Portgas, every little bit counts. Well, goblins are another fairly low-end monster, but these are decently high-level ones. With their stealing and their gang attack ability, they can be somewhat dangerous. That was not actually new stew. That was some of the stew in my inventory that they had dumped on the floor. And onward. Alright, just a couple more screens and we have reached the pinnacle. Oh, that's a rare opponent. Especially given that we're nowhere near the ocean. So since we don't see too many of these, I'll go ahead and do this battle on camera. I always feel kind of bad about carving up sirens because, you know, even though they are technically trying to kill me, you know, even in the process of trying to kill me, they always look so cute and kind of demure. Oh well, I guess that's their shtick, though. Oh! Always hate whiffing the criticals. On the positive side, whenever we're going to be facing a demon, having a holy scroll to bring to the fight is never a bad thing. Alright, just gotta get through this screen and we are good to go. Which means it's probably a good time to prepare for the battle. Of course, we'll bring along our best healing stuff. Having a Gom scroll and a good piece of equipment would be wise. And an M8 for guaranteed damage. And we'll bring along some stew. I would like to bring along some of those magic gems, but just the other stuff that we can carry to the battle promises to be a little more valuable. Alright, Shadow, here we come. There you are, you bastard. Not sure what they're talking about here. I'm guessing, since we're having a flashback, Portgas is like, remember what you did to me, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, we're in a flashback now, and that there on the left is young Portgas. And it seems it is the day of young Portgas's wedding. And here we meet young Portkiss's fiancée, whose name is Ferris. And I'm assuming this is just some typical lovey-dovey talk. You know, we're going to be spending the rest of our lives together and what have you. Portkiss looks so somber about the whole affair. Then again, so does Ferris. Oh no, she seems to be cheering up a little now. Okay, here we have something a little worse than rain on your wedding day. As Shadow pops up, turns Ferris into a gem, and devours her. Not to mention gives young Portkiss a hell of a slash across the chest. Well, that is just some shit. And wow, given that Portkiss looks quite a bit larger and older at this point in his life, he must have been tailing Shadow for quite some time. Yeah, I remember that tongue. Blow! I have to admit, every time you use a Magnitude 8 scroll, no matter what it's against, I always love the monster's oh shit expression. Anyway, Shadow is pretty much what you'd expect from a unique demon. He has the usual set of criticals, and will have a gimp in due course. But other than that, he's pretty much your garden variety palette swap in all other respects. A little bit tougher than your other unique demons. He's at the highest of the hierarchy that includes Skulk and Bloody. But we've come to this battle very well equipped, and I think it's going to go okay. Assuming I don't keep taking fireballs to the face. Oh, and it's gimp time. Holy shit, did I actually manage to partially interrupt that? I mean, he still got a good chunk of HP back, but he didn't get it all back, which I think is what normally happens. I'm pretty sure that isn't supposed to work. Certainly I've never been able to do it as Gradriel. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if that was a glitch or something unique to this battle, or, you know, if I've just always screwed up the timing before, but yeah, I was pretty sure you could do nothing to mitigate the gimp healing factor, but, well, here we are. Not sure what kind of seed that was, but we'll find out shortly. Ah, restores power. I would have liked a healing flower a little better, but we'll take what we can get. Looks like it keeps my power max for a little while too, which is not too bad. Oh! Oh, he ruined my delicious stew, and then made me waste my Yggdrasil fruit. Shadow, you are truly a fucker. I mean, bad enough that you ate my fiancé, but then you gotta go and make me waste dinner. Well, assholery like that calls for an invincibility potion. And I'm not sorry. Alright, we've got the man down to his last 100, just a little further to go. That hurt. Alright, Shadow, I've had just about enough of you. There's only one answer to this, and that is Cutlass Fury. And there we have one more revenge story brought to a satisfactory end. And Portkiss's bird didn't kill-steal him, so better yet. It's something of a bittersweet victory for Portkiss. But it looks like the spirit of Ferris is still alive in that gem. And if I know my JRPGs, she's probably saying something comforting about having been happy with him, or something to that effect. At any rate, now she can move on. And we can keep her gem with us as a blingy reminder of the woman we loved. Sort of like a very early version of Life Gem. Anyway, thus ends the story of Portkiss. That's 3 books down and just 1 more to go. Next episode, we will begin the final side story, and once that's complete, it will be time to put Princess Crown to bed. I've enjoyed the journey so far, and I hope you have too, but for now, it appears to be someone else's bedtime. So I will bid you adieu. This has been Once Again. Always a pleasure, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.